Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will explain to you about introduction about meeting 1. The title is Introduction to the Course Curriculum Instruction and Media. As prospective English teacher, need to study curriculum instruction and media because study the curriculum instruction and media is useful for us prospective teacher today to prepare to become teacher in the future. And teaching something will require planning. Before teaching, we must determine what needs to be done and what direction we will give to student and what media will support the learning process. The first is curriculum. Curriculum is educational program provided by an educational institution that contain lesson plans that will be given to lesson participant in one period of educational level. The second is instruction. Instruction is the form of information in the form of action and behavior that must be resolved immediately. And the third is media. Media are tools, materials, infrastructure, intermediaries, and facilitate the teacher in instruction to teach the student. Okay, next to meeting 2. The title is Theories of Learning and Teaching. Behaviorism is theory of learning based on the idea that all behavior are acquired through conditioning and occurs through interaction with the environment. Cognitivism is theory of learning based on the idea that concepts should be presented clearly. Mental processes are an important part in understanding how we learn. And the last is constructivism is the theory of learning based on students learn better by interacting. That students actually create their own learning based on their previous experience. Next to meeting 3 under title Belief of an English Teacher. Belief same meaning as belief, believer, and participle and principles. The principles, the first is view of language, the second is view of the social context of language, the third is view of learning, and the fourth view of teaching. There are 4 main categories of teachers' belief about learners and learning: teaching, curriculum, learning to teach, and about the self and the nature of teaching. And the most important quality of a good teacher is sound knowledge of subject matter, good communication skill, concern for student welfare, and effective leadership qualities. Meeting 4. Belief of an English teacher, review, reflection, and discussion. Review. Belief from part of the process of understanding how teachers shape their work, which is significant to the comprehending of their education in the classroom. Reflection. Reflection is quoted from the Comedic Book page. In learning, reflection is an activity carried out in the teaching and learning process in the form of written and oral assessment by teachers for student and by student for teacher. And the last is discussion. Teacher belief have a deep impact on classroom principles. There are 4 principles. The first is view of language, the second is view of the social context, and the last is view of learning. Next to meeting 5. Teaching and learning is transformative, complex, and lifelong. It involves a series of transitions which are rarely linear or smooth, from one situation to another situation. Meeting 6. There are essentially 3 types of transition. The first is entering class and taking a seat. The second is switching from one academic activity to another academic activity. And the third is exiting class. Next to meeting 7, curriculum development and curriculum and curriculum development. Curriculum development is the multi-step process of creating and improving a course taught at school or university. While the exact process will vary from institution to institution, the broad framework includes stage of analysis, building, implementation, and evaluation. Maybe just that all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.